Hi there, I'm back and I want to do another vegetable juicing video today. If any of you remember remember my green juice video in the blender last week, that pretty much was my first juicing in this particular blender, which is my Oster Pro 1200, which most of you who subscribe to my channel know is my favoriteest blender in the world at the moment. And I love to use it. I use it every single day, at least once a day, many times twice or three times, depending on what I'm preparing for meals that day. So, and now that it's hot and it's summery, I really don't like turning the stove or the oven especially on all that much. Even with air conditioning on, it's like it's a battle to keep it nice and cool in here. So a nice refreshing glass of fresh raw juice is very, very appealing. I do apologize for my gravelly voice. I'm getting over a case of laryngitis that I've had since Monday, and today is Friday, so today is the first day that I actually sound somewhat normal. So I do apologize that I am a little gravelly. I might pause the video here and there just to get a sip of water or something to kind of clear the pipes. So I do apologize ahead of time. So today I want to make beet juice. I absolutely love raw beets. I love putting them in my smoothies. Today I'm going to make juice with my blender. So really easy, very, very simple. 2 ingredients. I have about a cup of water here. This is filtered water from my fridge. Fridge dispenser, I should say. I'm just going to put that in the blender. And then I have two, well, one was small, one was kind of medium-sized beet, and I just peeled them and quartered them. You know, nothing fancy. I haven't chopped them into tiny little dice or anything like that because the blender is going to take care of all that work for me. So isn't that pretty? I just love the color of beets. They're just gorgeous. They do stain, however, so I had to make sure I was wearing dark clothing today. I have a purple shirt on that I'm not particularly attached to emotionally, so if something goes awry, it won't be the end of the world. So let's get this turned on, and I'm going to put this on high and let her rip for about a full minute, maybe a minute and a half. We'll see. Okay, I don't think that took long at all. Look at how gorgeous that is. This just, oh, nature has some beautiful colors, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. And that really did a pretty good, hope you can see that, a really pretty good job of pulverizing everything. So let me just bring my camera down a little bit. I'm going to move the blender back because I'm limited on space here. And I'm just gonna squeeze this into a small glass pitcher here, like my juice pitcher. Okay. And I wanted a strainer that fits in here. If you put something too big in there, then, you know, it's all going to be coming out the sides. And like I said, beet juice is very, very red. It's very stainy. So let's get this straining and see what we get here. And I have my trusty rubber spatula. You can do this with the back of a spoon, too. It does not have to be, you know, specifically a rubber spatula. So, and this is a little bit smaller, quite a bit smaller strainer. So this will probably have to do this in small batches. But look at the, can you see? Yeah, the beautiful juice down at the bottom there. Okay, and we'll just keep going. Oh man. Beets are so incredibly healthy for you. And I'm making a mess. Look at this. It's just going all over the counter. So much for trying to control the mess. But I remember growing up as a child, the only beets we ever had in the house. My mother was very fond of beets. In fact, I think she was the only person in the house that was. The problem was they were always canned and pickled. And that just, you know, as much as I love pickles, pickled beets were a huge turnoff for me. I really, really wasn't fond of them at all. Strangely enough, because I love pickles. But not beets. It wasn't until I was an adult that I discovered how good they are to eat raw. And now I try to grow them in my garden during the summer if I have space for them. So this year I have container garden. This year I have 2 big pots growing beets, and they're doing really well. I have the Detroit Red, which is basically what these are here, this deep kind of magenta red. And then the other ones are Chioggia beets. And if you're not familiar with those are beet red like this, but when you cut them crosswise down the middle, they have this beautiful white stripes, almost like a bullseye with white, and they're just beautiful. Now, if you cook those, the stripes go away, and you end up with kind of a washed out pink color beet. But for like slicing them, thinly sliced raw on a salad or something, they're just gorgeous. When mine come to the right size and I'm ready to pick them, I'll have to do a video to show you what they look like. So, but they're absolutely gorgeous. I think I have a little bit of juice left in the blender that I'm just gonna get out of there. Here we go. I want to get all this pulp out too, because that has juice in it too. I don't want to miss any of that. Okay, not much left in here. But as you can see, and I squeeze it, I am able to get more out of there. Okay. Yeah, so you do want to squeeze it. You don't want to just pour it and let it sit and do its thing. You do want to get in there and help it along so you get as much out of there as possible. Can't stand it. I have to pick this up. I have light countertops. I don't want to stain them permanently. So there is our beautiful beet juice. I'm going to pour some into a glass so that you can see what it looks like. Let's move over here just a little bit. All right. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Just look at that. And healthy. It's iron, it's copper, it's not sure if zinc is in there. It's fabulous for your blood. I even read somewhere in many places lately that it actually has properties that helps lower blood pressure. I am not a dietitian, so I can't attest to that as an absolute. But I am a whole foods cook in my kitchen. I converted my kitchen to a whole foods kitchen about 6 or 7 years ago. So I know nutrition starts with whole foods. Let's take a sip and see how it is. Ooh, smooth. That is so smooth. I know there's a little foam on top, but it is so smooth. There's no pulp, nothing like that in there. So this blender is definitely very, very good for juicing. The Oster Pro 1200 blender. Very, very versatile. I can't say enough good things about it. I know that's no surprise to a lot of you, but I love this blender. I love its simplicity and the fact that it can do so many things and do it really, really well. So again, I hope this video is helpful to you. I'm going to put that on ice and enjoy a nice, I think it actually is making my throat and my voice feel better. So I'm going to put that on ice and enjoy that wonderful, wonderful beet juice while it's fresh. That's the other thing. You want to consume this right away. You don't want to let it sit. As my mother would say, all the vitamins will jump out. So get you to drink it faster. So again, I hope this is helpful to those of you interested in this blender and want to see all the things it can do. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. Have a great day and subscribe so you don't miss any new uploads. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.